Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel, part 122. I know, I'm sorry, I really am, but I gotta make another one of these. Wanna know why? It's because this stupid CinemaCon event that's been going on all week, where all the big studios they show off their movies, they show off footage, they even announce movies. That's why you've been seeing so many cancel episodes so frequently this week, or at least part of the reason. And this is just another episode canceled that revolves around that. Because two things have happened. First, revolves around Shazam 2, or Shazam Fury of the Gods. It has been delayed, but before you panic, it has only been delayed by 5 days. Okay, 5 days, which is literally nothing in the grand scheme of things. And the thing is, Shazam 2 was supposed to come out, December 16th. But here's the problem. That was the same day, Avatar 2, which now has a title, by the way, Avatar The Way of Water. Avatar 2 had that date too. So those two movies had the same date for actually only for a month, because Aquaman 2 originally had that date. And then that moved to March, and then Shazam took its place. So yeah, for about a month, Shazam 2 and Avatar 2 were supposedly going to go head to head. And honestly, I thought it was a bad idea, because I think with these two movies, the audience, the demographics, I think they're a wee bit too similar, to the point where it'll cause like box office cannibalization where nobody wins. Both movies take each other out. And yeah, obviously nobody wants that. So Shazam made the right call, the correct call, and moved to the 21st, which will be a Wednesday. So right before Christmas. So yeah, so Avatar 2 has that whole weekend to itself. And then, Shazam 2 comes out, and then a bunch of other movies come out like Puss in Boots 2. Um I think that it was a Whitney Houston biopic. I forgot what it was called. I'll look it up very quickly. I think it's trying to find it. Da, 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 da. I want to dance with somebody. That's what it's called. There's that. I think there's several others, but let's be real, nobody really cares about those. So with this delay, Shazam should be fine. I don't think its box office will be affected too badly. I still think it will be a hit. It just means that now Shazam and Avatar 2 have a better chance of making their own money rather than destroying each other. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's Shazam Fury of the Gods. And now we talk about Avatar. Not Avatar 2, which I already mentioned has a title, The Way of Water, which makes sense considering how I've been hearing for years that the movie takes place like primarily underwater, so The Way of Water, like go figure. um, but not only does it have a title, it's sticking to this year. It's sticking to its December 16th release date. It's gonna open early overseas on the 14th. So yeah, it's sticking after years and years and years and years and years and years and years of waiting. I remember this movie being teased for like 2015 and then 2016, and then just kept going. And then COVID obviously negatively affected things a little bit, pushed it back even further. I believe I talked about it. I talked about Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, there are four sequels to the movie about the blue people, a movie that ripped off Fern Gully, right? They're making four sequels to that, which I don't get. I don't know what's going on in James Cameron's head, but this is what he wants to do. He really wants to make Avatar a brand. And by Avatar I mean this, not The Last Airbender. Okay, separate things. But yeah. But the thing I really wanted to talk about is about the original Avatar movie. It's getting re-released. Yeah. is getting re-released on September 23rd of this year, with apparently with remastered audio and sound. So yeah, for anybody out there who has not seen the original Avatar movie, which I doubt there's a lot of you, because I'm pretty sure everyone on the planet has seen this movie at least once. I know I have. Um, so for any of you who, well, this re-release is, it could be two different things. It could either just be a cash grab, which it kind of is, trying to make some extra cash. That way, it keeps that biggest movie of all time award, because that it lost that title for a short period to Endgame, like in 2019, but then it regained that title, I believe, in 2020. I think it was re-released in China or something. I think that's what happened, which caused it to overtake Endgame, and now it's number one movie in the world of all time again. And this re-release is going to make sure that it keeps that title, at least for the near future, for whatever movie that comes out in the next 10 years that'll break that record. Or maybe it'll never be broken, who knows. But also, this re-release can be a way for people to, I guess, get refreshed on their Avatar lore before the sequel comes out. Because remember, this the first movie took place in it came out 2009. All right. It's 2022. That's 13 years. 13-year gap. That's about as extreme as Finding Dory, as Incredibles 2. About as extreme as that, right? And I mean, just think about it. Think about all that's happened in those 13 years. So much has changed. It's absurd. I mean, for me, I went through middle school, high school, and now college during that time. So, yeah, like, um I don't know what this movie's going to look like, cuz frankly we haven't seen anything yet, but we will see stuff very 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 soon. Very soon, because the trailer is going to debut in front of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, it's going to play in front of that, at least for a week. And then the next week, the trailer will officially drop online so that everybody can see it. So, yeah, for a little while, the only way you're going to see this trailer is if you see Doctor Strange 2. So it's literally the same thing that happened with Doctor Strange 2, where the trailer for that movie played in front of No Way Home, and it would be a little while before it made its way online. So same thing. And I mean, it makes sense. It's smart. You know, it gives it more of a, I guess, a must-see factor for Doctor Strange 2 if you're curious seeing what Avatar: The Way of Water looks like. And since I am definitely going to see Doctor Strange 2, I'll let you know what the trailer looks like when I make my prediction video on that movie. So, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is a whole lot of 2022. Is it going to be the year of Avatar? I mean, the first movie's getting re-released, and then we're getting the second movie later, and like 3 months later. Is this going to be the year of Avatar? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if Avatar 2 is going to make as much as the first one. Oh, that's insanely difficult, because the first Avatar was like such a. First of all, that the first Avatar movie was such a risk financially. A lot of people saw it as a risk, even after the success of Titanic. People thought it was a risk, but then it started good, and then just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where it was absurd. I don't know if the sequel will replicate that, but I guess we'll find out at the end of the year. So, yeah. So yeah, that's all that happened today, at least all the news regarding, I guess, release dates and whatnot. Uh but yeah, that's it. Hopefully that is it for the CinemaCon stuff, because I'm tired of making these cancel episodes. I want a break. I want a break so bad. Just that's all I want. But I guess now it's time to play that game. What will happen next? I mean, April's done. May is set in stone. June is set in stone. July is set in stone, pretty much. August looks as dead as ever. Bros, that's September 30th, so we can just move that. Man from Toronto, that's Netflix. I mean, August is so dead. In fact, there's only one movie I want to see that comes out in August, and it's not even theatrical. It's on Netflix, and that's like the Rise of the TMNT movie. That's it. That's all I want to see in August. Everything else in August I can skip. Except maybe Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. That could be interesting. I know there's a trailer out. I haven't seen it yet. If it looks good, then I might give it a watch. But yeah, besides that, August is just dead. Same kind of goes for September. And now the Avatar re-release. It's a wide re-release too. So I have to cover it for the first time ever. So yeah, September for the most part is kind of underwhelming. Same goes for October, with the exception of like Black Adam. And I guess Halloween ends. November kind of looks underwhelming too. I mean, there's Black Panther 2, there's like Strange World, there's Creed 3, and that's it. I mean, okay. And then December, this is where things get a little goofy. Now, Shazam 2 is the 21st. All right. So for Christmas, you got Avatar 2, you got Shazam 2, you got Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, you got I Want to Dance with Somebody, and some other movies that I don't think are going to make much of an impact. And then all these movies that who knows what will happen to them. And then we're off to 2023. I mean, I already mentioned how 2023 looks. It looks rather interesting to say the least. But yeah, just Coyote versus Acme, scratch that and replace that with the Barbie movie now because that's what happened last canceled episode. Yeah, yeah, a lot of open spots for 2023 movies. I imagine those slots are going to get filled in due time. I imagine that's what's going to happen. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage of all previous cancel episodes I've made. You know, not only the past 2 years, but all the ones I made this week. I made four in the past like 3 days, which is madness. So, uh, yeah, I believe like the last 3 days. It feels like the last 3 days. So, yeah, if you want to watch those canceled episodes or any of the others, I believe with Shazam 2, I mentioned it a few times. Last time I mentioned it was back in March, where like a bunch of Warner Brothers movies got delayed. The Shazam 2 was the only one that moved up. And for Avatar 2, I haven't talked about that movie since episode 14, when I first talked about the Sonic 2 movie, when I miraculously found out about that movie's announcement and date. So yeah, if you want to watch those episodes, you can go right ahead. You want to watch the rest, go right ahead, binge watch it all from start to finish, at least from start to now. Definitely do that. There's box office predictions where I predict box office for movies. This weekend I do memory. No one really cares about that. Next week, summer movie season starts, and it starts off with a bang with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Can't wait to not only talk about that movie, but watch the movie too. I'm likely going to watch the movie before I make my prediction video on it. So, yeah, can't wait to do all that. So stay tuned for that video. But if you want to watch any of the past prediction videos I made this year, you can go right ahead. There's there's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. April recap next week, right before Doctor Strange 2. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be a video. Maybe the most entertaining recap video I'll ever make, potentially, judging by the type of movies I'm gonna be talking about. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I've done on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.